Hello everyone, Myzzrym here, bringing you today the first game between M5 versus Fnatic in this Premier League Season 3. The picks and ban are already on the way. We see M5 banning up the Darkseer and the Temper Assassin. The Fnatic side banning the Naga Siren and the Wisp, which is pretty surprising. Batrider is going to be the first pick for FnaticRC. Batrider, with his new buffs in the 6.75 patch, we see him a lot more in the Dota 2 scene. And Rubik and Chen now picked by M5. Venomancer, Tidehunter are going to be the answer by FnaticRC. Venomancer, a very stable support that we see almost all the time. Same for Tidehunter with this ability to either support or even solo long lane and to disrupt the team fight with his ultimate. Also, he has a good nuke with the anchor smash, reducing the attack damage from everyone in the AoE. It has something like 4-second cooldown, level 4, so it's insane. The damage is not bad at all. He can farm fast with this. And the Gush, also a very good tool for killing because it slows and it also damage and it reduces the armor. So all in one, what else can you ask for? M5, they have Rubik, they have Chen, they have Leshrac now. So Chen is a very good early to mid game hero. Longer the game goes, the less effective Chen is going to be because the jungle creeps won't be scaling up when the game goes on. So Leshrac, one of those very common supports as well nowadays. The pushing power from the Edict, the stunning power from the Split Earth, and now we're gonna see banning the Anti-Mage, banning the Chaos Knight. So FnaticRC, if you remember, those two teams already played once in the game I casted. Moscow 5 going versus Shakira, I think they won this one. FnaticRC going against Dignitas, and they lost this one. And both teams are now banning up carries left and right because they're still lacking of hard carry, and we might see, well, a lack of hard carry if all of them are ending up to be banned. Some of you may wonder, well, we don't see any Morphling anymore, or nor do we see Morphling bans. Well, Morphling has seen a very huge nerf with the cost of the mana cost of the Ethereal Blade going up, which is not really the only reason. He cannot attack anymore when he's in waveform. Before that, when you use the waveform on an enemy hero, you will deal your damage plus the waveform plus the fact that when you arrive you will probably attack again. So it's a lot of damage, more than what the tooltip was leading. So Morphling cannot attack anymore or use items when in the waveform. At least I know he cannot use items anymore in the waveform. I think he cannot attack too. And his morph ability also increased in mana cost, and this really hurts his early game. I think he had seen a couple of nerf, but I don't remember here right now. So what we're gonna see is now Chaos Knight into a Faceless Void and a Bounty Hunter ban, and on the other side we have a Nature Prophet ban with the AM ban. So Batrider, one of those very scary ganking hero, also one of those heroes who don't really scale well into the late game due to the fact that he's really scary in the early game with the Napalm stack that really increased the damage. It's static damage, it's not increased percentage, unlike the Soul Catcher. That means it won't really scale well into the late game. You have to remember that the sticky Napalm is increasing whatever damage coming from the Batrider by 15 damage, for example. So it can go up to 10 stacks, and that means if you have 10 stacks that add 15 damage each time, you will deal 150 more damage by any source. So that means attacks from the Batrider, but also the Firefly, which deal damage every second. So that's one extra 150 DPS when you're in that fire against this Batrider. So that's why he's very useful in the early game. In the late game, not so. And Invoker is going to get picked by FnaticRC. Lone Druid is going to be the answer by M5. So Lone Druid now have their carry heroes. And Leshrac, Chen, Lone Druid, all heroes are very good at pushing. Lifestealer is now going to be the pick for FnaticRC. So both of those teams have now their carry. And Lifestealer has to be very careful because although he has this Rage, the Entangle goes through it. So Rage is going to prevent Leshrac or Rubik from using any spell against him for now I think 6 seconds at level 4 because it got increased. Lifestealer got a little buff on the Rage duration, but the Entangle is physical disable, so it goes through the Rage. And we might also see Lifestealer, the good thing about Lifestealer's ultimate is he can use it about on anyone except enemy heroes. So if Shen's try to gank him with a centaur, Lifestealer could very well jump into the centaur and consume it immediately, which will heal him for a good amount. So Batrider, Venomancer, Tidehunter, Invoker, Lifestealer. This is a lot of ganking potential from the Venomancer, Slow, the Gale, the Tidehunter, the the Gale as well. I mean the Gush, Batrider, the fact that he has his lasso. So if he goes for a heavy farm build, Invoker, Batrider, Venomancer, Tidehunter, or Lifestealer. So that means Lifestealer is probably gonna get supported by Venomancer Tide. And that leaves Invoker and Batrider both on solo lane, so either we're gonna have the Invoker on the solo long lane or the Batrider. And I remember seeing that Batrider on the solo long lane usually is not really reaching peak potential, because you really want to have this fast level 6, and Batrider really is a strong lane controller. I mean, in the middle lane he controlled the fight through the fear. Once you have 3 or 4 napalm stack, you don't want to stay there. And Juggernaut now picked by Moscow 5, so Juggernaut Lone Druid, even more pushing power coming from the healing ward auto level. It's already 2% HP per second. So that means any kind of unit that has a lot of HP, like Centaurs from Chen or the Bear from Lone Druid, is going to heal supremely fast against those tower damage. So they will be able to tank all day long. And now we have the picks coming in, so Stalioner is going to be on the Rubik, that means he's going to go mid. Solo is going to be on Chen, Leshrac on, Dread on Leshrac. Lone Druid is going to be played by Seedoy, and that leaves Nexus on Juggernaut. On the other side, we have all my Schnickels on Venomancer, No Tails on the Batrider. Era is going to be playing the carry Lifestealer, Trixie on the Tidehunter, and Hani on Invoker. And it looks like a pause is going on, so we're gonna go ahead and skip through this. So again, Fnatic already down 0-1 in this Season 3 ladder, and Moscow 5 1-0. Nice version go. Nexus is going to go on the top lane with the help of Dread, and that leaves Stalioner in the middle and Seedoy on the bottom lane solo. On the Fnatic side, we have Era on the bottom lane, probably going to get supported by at least the Venomancer. And No Tail is... what is he doing? He has no item, only a set of Tango, and he's already burning through the trees. We have Trixie's going to be solo long lane, and that leaves Hani on the middle lane with his Headless Invoker, like this new patch give you. And it looks like No Tail is going to be jungling as Batrider, which is possible. I saw some people do this. Basically what you do is you stack the camps, and afterwards you just go and use the Firefly and go into a straight line, and the creeps will try to follow you in the Path of Fire, and they will run back to their camp inside the Path of Fire as well. And by destroying the trees here, he has the vision, and he can start stacking both the camps at least at 51 seconds. Or a bit sooner, I think 50 or something. Now we see the Bear of the Lone Druid already sitting here, trying to be in position to pull the creeps. Era, Schnickels, very strong lane with dual slow, so Seedoy has to be very careful. Lifestealer is a targeted slow and again opposed, so if he goes for the open wound, there's no way Seedoy can dodge this, unlike the Gale. And it looks like it's a go again, so I don't really know what's happening. On the top lane, it's going to be Leshrac with a pair of Sentry Wards already, so no warding shenanigans going to be able to come from Trixie. Trixie doesn't have any wards anyway, so it's going to be okay. Nexus is sitting with a Stout Shield and 3 Tangos, so I'm quite surprised at his choice to build into a Stout Shield, because he's going to run into a solo Tidehunter. Maybe he didn't know that. And it's true that most team would expect a long lane Batrider at this point, or a long lane Invoker, another long lane Tidehunter. So the Stout Shield would have been explained by this. And oh, the Bear is actually going to lose 2 of the creeps, so he's going to try and chase them, but too late. The creeps are already going around. On the middle lane, we have Hani going against Stalioner, and Stalioner already putting some pressure on Hani. We're gonna open the Last Denies to see how well they fare into the lane. We have Juggernaut just controlling the lane pretty well. Trixie can't really do much. He's gonna be able to... he's gonna get harassed by the Double Edict of the Leshrac. The Leshrac's gonna take a good amount of damage as well, because Trixie, with this armor reduction, his right clicks are gonna hurt a lot. But Dread hold the ground and attack as well. Seedoy is one halfway to his level 2. Schnickel is gonna go and harass the Spirit Bear again. The Spirit Bear actually missing the pull here, so he only gets one range creeps, and they might not even be able to get it. Stalioner is trying to find No-Tails, and No-Tails already stacking up those creeps. I don't really know what he's doing right now. It's not time yet. Oh, he's pulling he's pulling it into the middle lane. Yeah, that's obvious. Sorry about this. So yeah, by doing this, not only you have some creeps to tank for you, but also what things that you have to remember is that it on the top lane. No, nothing happening. It also denies the creep for Stalioner. And No-Tail's taking a huge amount of damage. I'm not sure he'll be able to use the Firefly on this one. So he's gonna try again and pull the creeps, and he'll be able to. No-Tail down to very, very low health. On the bottom lane, we see Stalioner putting Schnickles, trapping him on the high ground, and now Schnickles is in a lot of trouble. But it looks like Stalioner doesn't want to stay there. Schnickles have Tango, so he will be able to munch through if the creeps don't block him. No-Tail's very, very low on health right now, and he has the Sticky Napalm now, so I guess he's gonna just stack up the Sticky Napalm and then use the Firefly. And Spirit Bear again trying to pull the creeps, but I don't know, Venomancer is going to be able to intercept by using the trick I told you in the last few games. Now No-Tails is gonna stack again. He's very, very low on health. Has to be careful. Now Trixie is coming down in the middle lane. He knows he can't do anything on the top lane, so as well put a bit of pressure on Stalioner, which Stalioner looks like he's quite okay anyway. Trixie's gonna come from the back. He's gonna be able to land a gush, but has to be careful because Stalioner is able to deal a lot of damage from his own. You're not gonna be choosing to, and the bear is gonna try again to pull the creeps on the top lane. It's free farm for the Juggernaut Nexus. We have Solo who is on the lane, and it looks like they're gonna wanting to push this one. Yes, they pulled the camp, the single camp, and that means it's a dual creep wave that's coming now. And with the help of the catapult, they're gonna be able to deal a lot of damage to this tower. It looks like Juggernaut did go for the healing ward at level 2 at least. So with the Edict, with all those creeps coming in, and now he's even gonna spin to make sure that the creep wave doesn't get distracted by this Radiant creep wave. Trixie's gonna come in. He's not gonna be able to do much. He's gonna pull the creeps though, so that's a good move by him. And that means the tower is gonna be able to deal some more damage to the Satyr before it goes down. And on the bright side for Trixie, he's gonna be able to get some through level for his own. Lone Druid's still level 1, and it looks like his bear did die. 33 seconds until this, and they're going. M5 is not stopping here. They're going on the second tower now. They probably won't be able to take it. At least I assume so, unless no, they will be if there's no movement coming from the Radiant. The Radiant looks like they're pretty content as of now to just stack up the jungle, try to get it. Nexus is not gonna take the tower. It's gonna be Dread last hitting this tower. Era on the bottom lane, he's up to 31 creep kills, so same as the Juggernaut, 32 creep kills. Those guys are farming like madmans. We have in the mid lane Invoker actually topping the Rubik by quite a bit, 7 more creep kills, and Solo also has a few creeps of his own, which is normal for a jungler. And what about No-Tails? No-Tails is finally trying to, yes, he is gonna get this huge creep wave, and look at this. Every creep taking so much damage from the fire, and he's gonna be so happy after this. He's gonna have a shit tons of levels. He's level 3, he started level 3, and now all the creeps are dying in this fire. He's now level 5. He's gonna end up almost level 6 from this one pull. So this will be a good surprise for the heroes, if they're not really aware of what's happening. You see Chen on the other side, he's only level 4. He also didn't stay in the jungle to AFK farm. He helped push, and when pushing the lanes, you're not getting as much experience as when you're staying in the jungle, because the simple fact that you're sharing the experience with the other pushing heroes. Nichols is going to deny the regen rune from Rubik in the middle lane, but Rubik didn't seem like... Oh yeah, actually he is going with the haste rune, but he won't find anything except Plague Wards to greet him. And now the bear is resummoned. Seedoy is level 3 now, so level 2 bear. Still doesn't have Entangle, it's level 5 to get Entangle. Juggernaut, just see how confident he is. He's so far inside the the Radiant line, but he doesn't care because he knows that pretty much nothing can kill him right now. And he sees the Invoker in the middle lane. The only guy he doesn't see is the Venomancer, but he has the spin to go outside of the Gale. Or actually, it's not. I don't think it's right. I think the spin doesn't dispel the Gale slow. It's one of the only spells which doesn't get dispelled by the spin. You don't take the damage, but you still take the slow. So Juggernaut going for a Battle Fury, it looks like. Perseverance picked up on him. We have No Tail with a smoke, and he's gonna get revealed, unfortunately. So that's a failed smoke gank, and that's 3 heroes from the Fnatic side committed to this smoke gank. And Stylerunner is gonna be much more careful now. He's gonna get his Arcane Boots, so he's not level 6 yet. Invoker is level 7. So either Rubik is playing very, very carefully, or Invoker is outlaning him, but it looks very strange since Stylerunner looks like he's on par with the... it looks like Seedoy is going to get slowed by the Gush. Era is going to come in, the Open Wound comes in, but TP support coming in as well, and Era is going to run away. Nexus now on the bottom lane, and in the meantime Invoker gets the first blood on the Rubik. So action happening everywhere. No Tails look like he used the Flaming Lasso, the Firefly, and Firefly plus the Cold Snap. You're gonna get melee stun every time the Cold Snap is gonna be available. It's gonna be 1 minute stun every 0.71 second. So it's gonna be horrible for you. Now the bottom lane is gonna push by the trio of Leshrac, Chen, and the Juggernaut. Seedoy even coming in to get some a few creeps as well, a few amount of experience. In the mid lane again, Stylerunner taking a lot of damage. He's gonna get pushed back by the Flame Break, and that's another kill on Rubik, TPing in to get killed again. And we see how powerful this Bat Rider can be as a ganking hero. Invoker also using a Cold Snap again, so making sure he cannot run away. Era is gonna be trying to defend this. Nexus TPing out, and now Solo is gonna get slowed, and Era is gonna eat the Centaur, and Solo, he's definitely going to die. There's no way he can escape this. The Sunstrike is gonna miss, but there's no trouble about this. And now Dread is also going to very likely die. Yes, he is. And oof, he tried to deny with the Satyr Soul Stealer, but not gonna be able to. So Chen creeps, and the Leshrac going to fall. That's 3 towers down for the Radiant now, but they got 4 hero kills. And how does the gold graph look like now? It's 1.5k in advantage of the Dire, which is normal due to the fact that towers give a lot more gold than the hero kills. And the experience graph on the other side is looking very great, 5k advantage for the Radiant, which comes from killing the heroes and also getting huge amount of creeps on this Bat Rider. I mean, Nexus now is going to have to fall with the TP coming in. Hani has the Cold Snap, but no. Juggernaut will be able to escape this with a Blade Fury spin to win. No. So Bat Rider with a Tranquil Boots, probably going to go and rush that Blink Dagger, or he might look for a more defensive item. He's going for a Void Stone, which is very surprising in my opinion. I would have expected him to buy something like a Vitality Booster if he wanted to make a Vanguard, to make sure that he could go in without getting killed and picked off. But the Void Stone is surprising to me. Stylerunner has an Invisibility Rune. If anyone shows himself, he will get Telekinesis and thrown back down to the stun of Dread. No Tails has to be careful. He's already level 8, so great start for him. We see an Essential Ward placed down by the Radiant side, making sure that no ward is here. Stylerunner is visible. I mean, he is visible now, but he was visible before. In the meantime, Era is pushing up the bottom lane, and we have Titan just farming of the top lane. He's almost level 6, and when he will arrive level 6, it's gonna be a huge teamfight presence coming from the Dire side, from the Tyranitar. Now Dread is gonna try to counter ward, but everyone's coming in for the Radiant. Oh, actually, it's gonna be Venomancer taking the fall here. Era is inside of no man's land, and there is 4 hero here chasing him. He's gonna get sent up in the air, and now he has to. Yeah, he's gonna infest the Invoker. Invoker has the phase boots, and now Invoker used the cold snap, and it's gonna be a Ravage only on Stallion, but it's gonna be enough. She's gonna get killed, and now Juggernaut using the ultimate already. He's gonna go on Era. No, he's gonna get pulled by No-Tail. Very good. Very good flaming lasso here, and now Juggernaut cannot run away anymore. They are forced to go inside the flames, and they take huge amount of damage. M-Fight Sidoi is gonna fall as well. No-Tail on the chase. He's gonna go over Solo. Solo is already stunned by the cold snap, and Solo is slowed down by the flaming. I mean the napalm stack. Era tanking the tower. He still have 200 HP, and that's gonna be no problem. No-Tails is gonna go and try to finish the tower. Who will get it? It's gonna be Invoker who gets the last hit. Very good fight from M5. Very good play. Every hero is low on health, but no one died here. Trixie going up to his little ledge here, only catching 1 hero, but still it forced everyone to go run back. And as soon as the Juggernaut popped the spin to win the Blade Fury, it was the ultimate coming up from the Bat Rider. Flaming Lasso goes through the magic community and pull him away from all his teammates to actually drag him in the jungle. Here we can still see the trees broke here, and with all the fire in this area, everyone on the Radiant was forced to fight with so much dot on their face, damage over time. So now the gold graph is gonna look a lot more for the Radiant. Yes, this actually make them peak from 2k gold down to 1.5k advantage, and now experience graph is going over 10k, so it's very good. At that point of the game, 10k is it's ginormous. It's I mean, look at the global experience. It's 23k experience for 12k. The Radiant have double the experience of the Dire. It's not only the fact that it's 10k. In the late game, 10k exists. It's already a huge advantage, but at that point into the game, 13 minutes in, 10k is almost unheard of. And the Sensor is going to land, not going to find anyone, but M5 know that they have to do something. They're far behind. If we take a look at the levels right now, we have 12, 10, 8, 7, 6, and we have 8, 7, 6, 6, 5. Now the Radiant are gonna come in with the smoke. They might try to catch someone. Gold per minute is going to look very good for Era, and Era is going to not want to walk alone through this path. He's gonna use the Hand of Midas on the Chen creep. So Chen is gonna lose this creep as well. Gold per minute though, not so far behind. They're farming well. They're with the towers as well. They have this little advantage. But when the towers are gonna start falling for the Dire, oh, Sidoi is in no man's land. He's so far in, and now he's gonna die. Caught by Bat Rider, and you see how annoying this combo with the cold snap and the Firefly. It's just so annoying. You just take so many damage, and also you get mini-stun every few seconds. Hanny's gonna find a DD rune. He's gonna use it. And now they're gonna go on Roshan. Roshan, they know that M5 is here. No one's is on the map. And Era is gonna be spotted by the Solid Soul Stealer, but now that means what can they actually do? They might... Hanny looks like he might even go for Roshan himself. Roshan, which is again named Tornado and also levitating. Era is gonna start fighting Roshan, but the feast doesn't work on Roshan, so he can't leech HP. He can't lifesteal on Roshan. Dread is gonna be a bit of the dick here. He is going to try to prevent them from getting this Roshan, but in the end, Era is gonna pick up the Aegis of the Immortal. Tyranitar is pushing back Stallioner, making sure that he doesn't come close, and that's even more advantage now for the Radiant. So going back to the last hit denies, we see that the top is Era is on the top, followed by Nexus from quite far. Actually, it's 25 creep heals disadvantage, and then for the middle lane we have Hanny at 62, at Stallioner at 52. For the Reds it's 52, 44, 35, 34, 19, 12. So if we take a look at the gold per minute, it's actually quite similar. But the Dire side, as far as gold goes, now it's 3k gold in adventure for the Radiant and over 14k for the for the Radiant experience. So now Fnatic, it's their time to start pushing, and with the double 4 spirits from the Invoker, they're going to be able to tank up this tower as well. Era is going to find Staliner. Staliner is going to get slowed, and with the rage he cannot run away, and that's a cold snap landing on the Rubik, sealing his fate. No tail, even using the Firefly for this, it was not necessary. They're going to take a secondary tower now. Nothing can stop them at that point. Nothing, at least, that solo Dread and Nexus can do. Nexus is not level 11. His ultimate is not going to be enough to kill someone. He has the Battle Fury though. Dread, everyone is in the smoke. We have Seedoy TPing out because we see Fnatic going for the high grounds now, and that means the M5 have to do something. They have to react. They know they can't just stay there. And Lone Druid's so poor. He only has phase boost on his hero, and Spirit Bear has nothing. Now everyone's gonna TP away from Fnatic, and oh, Juggernaut using the ultimate mini stun to cancel the Titan's TP. Titan is gonna go down. No Tail is gonna run away. So 1 kill. There's 1 kill for M5. Now they're going to keep pushing the lane. They might go for a tier 2 tower because this top lane is pushed, so this tower is safe. The middle lane is going to get pushed by these 4 spirit, and now Solo is going to find No Tail, or actually No Tail is going to find Solo. But no problem, No Tail is going to be just fine. There's no disable. They're taking the jungle, they're taking the creeps, they take whatever they can. Rubik has bottle, arcane boots, and going for a 4 staff, and he's going to walk away. I'm surprised of his decision to leave his teammates. Seedoy, Nexus, both of them TPing away. They don't want to fight there under the tower. They know they're at the disadvantage. Chen has the mechanism. The Dread has the arcane boots as well as magic wand. Seedoy, he has 2.3k gold. It looks like he's really wanting to save up for this Radiance. Doesn't want to go for another build. And what does that leave us with? We have the Juggernaut with the Battle Fury with pretty much nothing new since the last time we saw him. He has 1.2k gold. And we have the Radiant with the smoke. They're gonna try to find someone. Seedoy is gonna get slowed. Seedoy, Era is gonna, he's gonna be able to land it. And now Lone Druid in a ton of trouble. The Sunstrike is gonna miss, but the Titan's ultimate is gonna catch too. Staliner is going to use the rage stolen from Era. And I hear the Flaming Lasso going on Chen. Chen is gonna fall. Now we see Staliner still on the run. He's managed to survive due to the rage that he stole from the Lifestealer. And the tower is not going to go down because, well, there is still the backdoor protection. So no creeps, lots of regeneration on this tower, lots of armor as well. You're not going to be able to take down this tower. See how fast it heals. And we have the top lane pushing up for the Radiant here. Nexus, in the meantime, he knows he can't fight, so he's going to try to take as many creeps as he can to get some items, to get enough gold for buybacks and such. Staliner is going to come in, and he's going to get Yuled in the air, so this is what Batrider went for, and he's going to go down. Rage or no rage, too much DPS coming, and now Era is going to get focused down by Nexus. Nexus already used the ultimate. Nexus is now going to spin on Hani. Hani is force-staffing himself away. Era is on the chase. He knows that Nexus can't mind fight him. Era is going to absolutely demolish and eat Nexus alive. And now Seedoy is on the run. Seedoy, it will dodge against the Sunstrike. Sunstrike not landing in this game. And this is a 19-20 minute GG. Already disconnection coming from M5. M5 with their old rosters, known for premature GG and bad manner, but this time we can't really say anything about this. Experience draft over 15k. It's just, I mean, look at the difference now. It's still the double. The Radiant have been really controlling this game, and there's nothing really I can see M5 doing to come back in this game. So thanks for watching game 1, and game 2 is gonna game 2 is gonna follow shortly. Thanks for watching again, and please remember, subscribe and thumbs up if you like the video. See ya.